What's up, everybody? If you've come here looking for the winner of the 2023 Belmont Stakes, then look no further because I have a very confident pick in this year's race. Stay tuned.
Today's video is brought to you by Assiniboia Downs Gaming and Event Center. And be sure to tune in to Trust the Profits Live Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern for Monday Night Lights, hosted by Matthew DeSantis.
What's up, everybody? Colin Sheehan back here on Trust the Profits YouTube page. Look at these scenes coming out of New York. This is from the fires in Canada. Smoke causing havoc across the city. The Yankees game was canceled Wednesday night. Hopefully we'll get the races off. Hopefully spectators and most importantly the horses will all be okay. What do we need to get this smoke out of here that looks like hell, to be honest, from this picture? We need an angel. We need an angel for the Empire State, and that is right. That is where I am going for my pick for the 2023 Belmont Stakes. That is Angel of Empire, looking to break the 132-year drought of a Pennsylvania bred winning the Belmont Stakes. This horse is really mature mentally. He's grown into his body, and one thing that I'm going to show you going through the past performances and the race replays is that this horse has a sustained effort, so he doesn't get 0 to 60 really quickly. That's why you'll see him start off a little bit slower at the beginning of these races. However, once he hits that top speed, he's able to maintain it, and he even is able to add a little extra kick, which we'll see if you watch the Kentucky Derby stretch run, which we are going to do right here on this show. But first, we're going to take a look at the for Angel of Empire. Gets the S on the Brisnet past performances. Sired by Classic Empire with Pioneer of the Nile on the top. Also on the dam side, to Honor and Serve, who won the Grade 1 Woodward at the Spa. That's a 9-furlong race. Empire Maker on the top won the 2003 Belmont Stakes. The average winning distance of 6.8 and 6.9 is a little light. I'll give that to you. However, I don't think it's going to be a problem based on watching his replays. Looking at his past performances, went out and broke his maiden at Indiana in a maiden 34 special weight. Comes back in the second race on the Kentucky Downs turf. So finishes sixth. You can cross a line through that because it was on the turf. Comes back to Allowance Company. Wins by 6 lengths again at Indiana. Then goes to Oaklawn, coming in second to the Smarty Jones to Victory Formation, and then comes off the layoff, goes to the Risen Star, gets a victory there, goes back to Oaklawn in the Arkansas Derby, wins by 4 1/4 lengths, and then, of course, in the Kentucky Derby, runs third, but that stretch run is what's going to be key. Check out the pace on these races, though. You'd think a closer needs that, fast pace up front. Some slow paces that Angel of Empire has been able to overcome and win. 3 of those races and his victories were slow paces up front. Let's go to the Risen Star. There he is, number 6, a hole that he has been in multiple times, the 6 hole. Here he is again. As I said, he doesn't break as fast. He's not a 0 to 60 really quickly type of horse, but he does do a good job here in this race of getting into the rail. There he is for the first turn and getting properly placed by Luis Saez. And he does that okay. So this shows that being behind horses isn't going to be a problem. As they come around the far turn, I'm going to circle him for you there. There he is. This is a little dark because it was at night. But here is when this effort starts to pick up. And it's just a sustained, I'm coming at you effort down the stretch, not faltering at all. And this is what we've seen in his last 3 races. And in the Risen Star here, it's enough to get the victory by a length over Sun Thunder and 2 Fills, the horse that everyone was high on in the Kentucky Derby, who ended up running really well. Let's go to the next race. This is the Arkansas Derby, and once again, doesn't get that 0-60 to get right up to the front and just ends up sitting behind the first 2 flights of horses. Again, is able to get in to save ground around that first turn, and that's important. And then the Belmont Stakes, there's only 9 horses, so we shouldn't have as big of a problem getting over and saving ground in that first turn. But look at him on this far turn move. Here is that sustained effort I'm talking about. He starts coming, and he just does not stop. This race had King Russell reincarnate in it, and he comes around the outside. There he is. We got him circled for you, and he really makes nice work of this field. And watch right here. if you keep your eye on him, you're going to see another level of speed that he suddenly shows right there. There's another little burst that he has. This race was at 1.125 miles. So when he's coming down the stretch, I love to see that not only is it sustained effort, he keeps going, and he was quickly clear looking at the past performances. Okay, here we go to the Kentucky Derby. He's number 14. He's circled there for you. And yes, I've talked about it. Not 0 to 60 quick. In fact, he ends up 16th place here as they go by the finish line for the first time. 11 lengths behind. And this is where I would have been very concerned for a horse of like Angel of Empire, but the pace was really quick up front. First call, 15th place. Second call, 10th place. As they come around the home stretch, he's going to make it all the way up to third on the outside, but I'm going to pause it for you at the point just before he takes that next step and gets up even faster. So watch, here we go. We're going to pause it for you. Angled 7 wise and gaining, okay? Watch what I mean by gaining, because as this race is won by Mage and 2 fills, right here, suddenly he steps on it. He's got more in him. If this race is longer, I'm pretty convinced that Angel of Empire was going to get there. He actually ran the second and third and furlongs the fastest. He was second and third in the last 2 half furlongs and ended up the fastest last half furlong. Easy for me to say. Look at his last 2 workouts. 59 and 4, 59 and 4, 2 out of 36, 4 out of 23. Something to pay attention to here is that Brad Cox has decided to add the blinkers, but it's an angle that he's pretty good at, hitting at 27%, adding blinkers for the first time. So people were wondering maybe why he would do that. Well, Brad Cox actually said that he's been running in the mornings with the blinkers. They've just been hesitant to make that change. Figured at this point it was the right time for Angel of Empire. I'm pretty confident in the abilities of this horse. Increasing speed figures. I'm not as concerned about him calling him a closer. What I'm more impressed at is those sustained effort that he gives and that little extra boost that he seemed to find in his last 2 races, that if he finds that in this long 1.5-mile race at Belmont, I think he's the one that gets to the finish line first. Watch out for Archangelo if you're looking for a horse maybe to put underneath him. I am all about Angel of Empire. Let me know in the comments who is your pick for the 2023 Belmont Stakes.